This is going to be a quick overview of the RGArduinoBoy. This is an internal Arduino Boy series with a little bit of a twist. So let's get into it. Right off the bat, you're going to notice a couple of hardware changes. Here up at the top, we have a toggle switch, a knob, and a button. Now the toggle switch and knob are going to work for your pitch mod. Toggle switch obviously turning it on and off, and the knob adjusting the rate at which it runs. The button, on the other hand, is going to work with the Arduino. Every press is going to change its mode. Down here on the bottom, we have two 2.5mm jacks, and these work with the Arduino Boy, and this little adapter that's going to wire it straight to MIDI. Gets rid of the giant MIDI plugs on either the side or bottom of the Game Boy. Nice and compact. So let's get this guy turned on. Right off the bat, you're going to notice how bright the backlight is, and that's because this is a non-finite electronics V5. These guys are known for being incredibly bright, but if you turn the Game Boy over, and right under where the batteries would typically be, you'll see a tiny little potentmeter. And now what we can do here is with any standard flathead screwdriver, we can actually adjust the brightness of the screen. This is great if you're using a game that draws a lot of current, like LSDJ or any of the other big synthesizer games, because drawing too much current from the screen will limit what you can do with the program, especially sound-wise. So here we go, we have it dimmed down just a tiny bit. We can see in picture now. We have Tetris booted up. Another thing to note about this series is that they do have speakers. Unlike a lot of modded Game Boys, the speaker is still there, which is pretty cool. So let's get that back down. You may have also noticed our status light did a fancy little jingle when we started up, and that's because that's our status light for the Arduino. You'll see as I'm pressing the button to change the mode, it's actually changing color, and each color corresponds to a different mode within the Arduino. So I'll cycle through a few here. All right, and let's check out the pitch mod now. So we'll start up a game, and then now these pitch mod chips were specially formulated to help fight against crashing. You'll notice I can jump from the slowest, back to normal, to the highest, back to the slowest, back to normal, with pretty much no problem. Going back and forth between is like a cake, which is really great, especially when you're doing live shows. Just a couple of other things to wrap up here. Pro Sound port's internal, so you don't have to worry about an external jack for that. Everything's wired up down here. And it's also set so that when you do plug in headphones, it will disable the speaker, which is a nice touch.